Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages. Yes, let's tap in and tune in to the frequencies of 432 hertz, the grounding tone. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tunes. Okay. Let's see what's coming out for us. Pausing and inner beauty is right there. Pausing. A 10. A time to reflect. The time before the dawn. I'm getting that it's always darkest before the dawn. That quiet stillness before the birds wake up. That peaceful, full of anticipatory potential. Beautiful. A number 10, a completion. The pause after the completion, the moment you finish your art piece and you step back and receive it, look at it, and be like, wow, I just did that, right? Wow, that just came out of me. Wow, that just happened. I just survived that. A time to re-examine from a different perspective. Okay, we've got 3 cards that came out for us today that want to talk about this pausing period. So let's see. This one is intention. Being intentional. This one is connected. The heart and the higher self. Connected intention. And that one is what? Loyalty to self. Above all else. In the sense of fix your own mask before you fix someone else's. Is it fix? Put on your own oxygen mask before you help somebody else put theirs on. So this remaining loyalty to self in your pause period, this is well-deserved rest after a job well done, after you've worked hard and diligently. Right? This is the period after the healing. You're done the healing, but you're not quite off and running yet. You want to give that healing period a good extra bit of time to anchor, to solidify, to be sure. So, loyalty, connected, higher self, and heart, and intention. Yes. Also, I'm getting, when you have a day off and you end up working too hard on your day off, right? And then it's back to work and you are not rested at all. This is about setting the intention to allow yourself the time to rest, to pause. It's a sacred pause. It's that anticipatory time before the sun rises, right? Okay, let's see what the runes want to add. Yeah, loyalty to self. That means, setting clear boundaries, saying no to things. No, I have to rest. No, I'm tired. My body needs replenishing, right? No, I'm unable to receive you because I'm putting me first and my needs, and I need to not, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful joy. Okay, this is why. This is part of why. Why? Because you are, with the dawn comes joy. And you want to be ready for that. You want to be ready for all the joy. Okay, we've got joy, pleasure, belonging, kindreds, and prosperity, right? It's like a steak. The rest period is important because right after you cook a steak, everything is still clenched, right? Everything is still holding. And the resting period is very important for the flavor, the texture, the juiciness, all of the things, right? When you allow the meat to rest, it relaxes, juices start to flow, and the meat is a lot more tender. Sorry if you're not a meat eater. I'm on the fence right now. I don't really eat a lot of meat right now. But it was the first thing that came to mind as far as the importance of the pause, the rest, the in between. It's okay, even when you're working out, right? You have to give your muscles the resting period to repair itself, to build, to do its thing. I don't know enough about that to say, but I know that there are resting periods that are an important part of the process. Okay. Wunjo, with its ecstatic energy, is a most welcome rune in a reading, bringing the whisper of change or a shift like the first rays of a sunset after a perfect day. I was going to say the first rays of the sunrise. When this delightful rune pops up, you can expect joy, fellowship, and harmony, a symbol of well-being. It brings love, prosperity, and fulfillment. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yes, you want to be sure to be well rested for the joy and the prosperity and the harmony coming into your life. Look at this. Look at this on the split. Balance, patience, trust in the process. Love, 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 love. Okay. Yes. This is what we're talking about. Talking about love, 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 love. Okay. Okay. Key cards. So, this sacred pause, this loyalty to self, to allow yourself the time you need. This is that connection with your higher self in your heart. Those things, your intuition, your heart telling you this is the time to recuperate, regenerate, establish, get your bearings, get your footing. I'm getting like when you've been on a boat for a long time and you've got sea legs, you got to kind of take it easy as you transition to land, right? Don't make any sudden movements, so you might fall over or bail. So you just rest, acclimate, acclimation period. Yeah, because you spent a lot of time moving yourself away. You were in the boat paddling for many, many years, right? It's a conscious, steady process of removing, eliminating, and healing from toxic and karmic and drama and trauma. And this action is what has been helping to shift things in your favor. So yeah, getting off the boat, right? You finally succeeded in moving yourself out of choppy waters into calmer waters. And your arms are tired, right? That was a lot of rowing you did. So take the time to rest. You can now. Everything is calm, peaceful. But this joy, this prosperity, it's going to bring its own type of activities and people, right? And so you want to be well rested, to engage, to create, to explore. Yeah, to play with your like-minded people that you're drawing in towards yourself. What's this? This is the choice. Making a decision. This balancing. Because of the choices that you've made following your intuition. Right? This learning how to discern which pathway to take. What decision you can make in your everyday moment that leads you away from the conflict. right? This involves active participation, active choosing, active connecting to your higher self and your heart. Is this serving my greatest and highest timeline? By picking this up, by engaging with this, is this going to move me closer to peace or further away from it, right? Are these people here to add or subtract from my life? Are they contributing to joy and peace and harmony, or are they not? I feel like this was one of the fundamental things that you learned or are in process of learning in this whole thing. How to be loyal to yourself, how to be intentional, move intentionally, and how to choose what is for your greatest and your highest. How to recognize the difference between conflict and joy, right? Harmony, I guess. And the tending of your garden, of your spiritual garden. Learning how to read the signs and synchronicities, the messages, how to receive the messages from your divine spirit team. And this is what is worth celebrating. This is what is worth acknowledging. This is what will be celebrated. By those people, places, and things that you have chosen to engage with that are contributing to joy, peace, and harmony. Yes, and balancing of the masculine, feminine, knowing when to act and when to be. This is the balance of the masculine and feminine within, right? This is what has contributed to your self-mastery. This is your loyalty and commitment to self, right? This is sacred oaths. This is the student and the master. This is dedicated, lifelong commitment. Contracts, binds, ties that bind. And your conscious choosing to invest in the ones who hold the highest intention in mind, in heart. The power of your speaking. The power of your thoughts and your words being in line, being harmonious. Yes, okay. So when you have disconnection, you have disharmony. And so the frequency that you emit doesn't doesn't ring true, right? I believe I am worthy, but your mind doesn't believe that. And so you've got two disharmonious things coming together and canceling themselves out. This is why it's important for a beautiful resonance cooperative. It's harmony, right? It's harmony. Yeah, it is. Okay. Any more want to come out of here? Just this guy. Making sure you've got good boundaries. This is another lesson you've been learning, how to set the boundaries. And it doesn't end. We just get better at it. And this pausing is about taking stock of the lessons that you have learned and making sure that you are moving forward, keeping what you've learned from before, right? All experiences before. It's like you've got a little treasure chest with you. You've retained, you've excavated the diamonds, the gold, the gems from past wounds that you have healed, and the lessons that you and the wisdom that you have mined from it, from them. Sacred pausing. Okay, who wants to come out? These guys? Okay. Let's see what these guys want to say. Let's set the intention. These cards tell us what we need to know. Where are we going after the pause? How about? What's happening after the pause? I mean, we know it's going to be joy. Should we just take the one? Okay. We know it's going to be joyful and harmonious. We've got 9 of Wands again. Okay, so this is hopeful movement. So the story about this, because I was always like, what the heck's going on in this picture? Well, there's Baba Yaga's hut, right? Her chicken house. And then we've got all these flaming skulls on stakes, right? But they're actually acting as past experiences, warning this figure to not go into that direction. And she's heeding the warning. And because of that, she will be safe, right? We've also got these gladiolas, they're glad that she chose to listen, right? She learned the lessons from the past. She knows that when you wander in the dark, in the forest, and you come across a house sitting on chicken legs, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Okay, let's just read what it says in the book. Where is the book? Where is the book? Oh, this one. Okay. Fatigue persistence, gathering strength, wounds, and resilience. Be wary and cautious, but also hopeful. There you go. Okay. Well, this is the people and your ability to discern. Not everybody drawn to you will be for your greatest and highest, right? And you have to be able to recognize, and you are able to recognize. This is part of this pause, is to make sure that all of the lessons that you learned before have integrated, have settled in, are really in there, right? That it's not going to take, this person coming in from the past who you always let in. Every once in a while, they just show up periodically throughout your life. But really, what they're doing is they're using you to compare themselves against. So when they come in, it's not about you. It's about making sure that they're still above you in some ways, right? And those aren't people who want to see you succeed. They're checking in to make sure that you're not, right? Or at least not in anything that they can tell from the surface, right? Okay, this is beautiful. We've got, whoa, owl, bear, lamb, and firefly. Not necessarily in that order, but we've got 2 earths and 2 skies. So this is beautiful balance. Okay, animals, what? Inspired and fantastic, yet fleeting. The firefly contains the light of 1,000 stars. It's pure, radiant, and illuminating. This high frequency charge cannot be sustained for long. Therefore, the firefly card indicates a moment of inspiration or awakening that quickly fades if we do not catch it. There is firefly energy behind every poem, song, and invention. Our job is to be ready to harness this creative spirit when it graces our path. What can you do to support this precious and elusive light? When in balance, writes, creates, brainstorms. When out of balance, burnt out, feels dull. To bring into balance, write a poem or draw. This is the sacred pause. This is the refueling of your machine so that you can move forward energized and fresh, I want to say. Energized and fresh. Okay, and then the owl has been showing itself. Abundance, clairvoyant, and treasures. Wow. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl in this particular deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on its way, either in spiritual or material form. With owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon. how it can further serve your Dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. When in balance, generous, trusting, and secure. When out of balance, money quarrels and scarcity. And to bring into balance, an offering. Beautiful. Owl shitting in my tree. And that's sitting, not shitting in my tree. Okay, and then we've got Lamb, peaceful, prophetic, and patient. Gorgeous. The lamb is the bearer of an important message. Its contents can only be heard when a deep level of quiet has been established. There we go. The pausing to receive. Lamb energy is the honest guidance you hear from an old friend, a young child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. Though the lamb's message may channel through another person, the wisdom resonates within you. It will repeat and reverberate until you listen. Approach this gentle creature with utmost patience and reverence. Truth is a gift. Sit still, listen, and receive. And we've got the sun coming out and it's confirmation. I see some rainbows. When in balance, knowingness, inner peace. When out of balance, quiet, timid, and concerned. To bring into balance, meditation and listening. Beautiful. And it's on page number 77. If sevens are lucky for you. Okay. And then we've got the bear, waking from spiritual slumber, beginning anew. After a long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move toward the dawning light. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new directions and personal transformation. The initial weeks and months of this spiritual quest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles, but you have no choice, bear. Winter wanes, the warmth of spring emerges, and your transformation begins. When in balance, inner strength, yearning to grow. When out of balance, withdrawal, lethargy, and heaviness. To bring into balance, movement and exercise. So I feel like the bear, this coming out, it even spoke of the dawn, right? This is the pausing, that stillness before the dawn. So this is getting ready to receive messages, to receive abundance and prosperity, joy and harmony, to be in it, to engage with it. And so, yeah, you're gonna want to be rested for that, right? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Okay, let's get some love messages. We've got gratitude. Yes, gratitude is a beautiful intention to set. I intend on maintaining the frequency of gratitude. I intend on being grateful for everything that comes into my sphere of resonance. Gratitude. I am grateful for all of the people, places, and things and experiences in my life up until now, because they have allowed me to evolve into who I am today. Gratitude. Go on a gratitude rampage. And in so doing, you speak your truth, right? From the heart space. Yes, from the heart space, yes. A wish coming true. A wish coming true. What does that look like? What does that feel like? Pause, consider, intend, feel the gratitude for it as if it already has. Believe in miracles, okay? You are about to step into your most miraculous, seemingly magical era. And you're going to want to be well rested for that. I mean, all of this. And how do you prepare, right? For the fleeting, for those ideas, those inspirations. You've got to jump on it. You've got to act. This is that pausing for the good stuff. This is the lion energy, right? The reserving of your energy because an expenditure, a sudden expenditure will be needed and you want to be ready for it. And be present. Be present in the now. Don't get so caught up in trying. Then we get into the trying to control things and then we stand in our own way. And so be present. Focus on gratitude, right? Be in your now space and be grateful for every bit of it. And this encourages the universe to give you more to be grateful for. This is the grateful train that builds momentum and takes you to the love planet, okay? Where we all want to be. If you're part of the love tribe, right? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. So we've got this bowl, okay? I feel like there's a balance between this soft, delicate newness of a lamb and this balanced masculine, feminine, stubborn ox, immovable force. And I feel like this is part of your boundary setting, right? This is something you learned. You put a boundary around anything that disturbs or disrupts your peace. And this is the oath, the commitment that you made to yourself. Okay, this is what is worth celebrating. This is beautiful. This has been part of your transformation. Look at this movement from choppy waters to calmer waters. It's been part of your transformation to recognize, to know the difference, right? We've got resilience cactus on the bear. This hibernation period has been part of the process. It also strengthened you. We've got this loyalty, dash hound, best friend situation coming in for you, wanting to contribute to your joy. This could be all kinds of things. People, places, and things, and pets too. Could be a loyal, dependable animal, work situation, person. Okay, we've got the balancing, of the water and air. This is like sun rays and sea stars, right? So, and stars. So it's like as above, so below. I'm getting this as within, so without. Your joyful embodiment must be reflected back to you externally as you hold it within. Okay, we've got made with a smile. What is? It's a sun. Okay, this is how you are writing your future, but also writing the scales in your favor. Look at this abundance here. It's fallen in. Beautiful. And this also has been part of your transformation, learning how to receive abundance and joy and all of the beautiful things. It's hard to trust, right? This is part of the learning and healing process, was to remove the limiting beliefs and mindsets that have kept us in the lack and unworthiness vibration. But we've got the pineapple of abundance. Okay, why the pineapple of abundance? Because every little section can be shared. You have an abundance of fruit to share. Beautiful. Have you seen those videos where they just, I don't know, they cut and then you can just pull those little sections out and then you get this little long bit of pineapple? Delicious, juicy fruit. Okay, and golden sunshine, liquid sunshine. Yes. Okay. So that's what I have for you today. Believe in miracles. Keep choosing love. Keep choosing your peace overall. Keep trusting in the miracles and wishes coming true. Keep holding firm on your peace for your boundaries and discernment on who gets access to you. Your joy is fueling your abundance. Your gratitude is the intentions that the universe receives and delivers in kind, right? Aligned in kind. Okay, there you go. Enjoy this sacred pause because you're going to be busy frolicking soon enough. All right, love and appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in another reading on the gratitude train. Bye for now.